Mankind has proven to be the most destructive force to ever hit Mother Nature. Whether by overhunting or overpopulation, driving a species to extinction is nothing to be proud of, and it's certainly not slowing down. Some of us alive today don't even know what a thalassin is. Thalassin was finally recognized as being in danger of being extinct in 1936, which was by then a little too late, as that same year, the last thalassin, named Benjamin, died on the 7th of September. Do we remember the quagga? The last captive quagga, a mare, died on the 12th of August 1883 in Amsterdam Zoo, where she had lived since 9 May 1867. The sad part is that it was not realized that this quagga mare was the very last of her kind.
Rhinos are very similar to humans, and I think they're very misunderstood. You know, people don't know that a rhino calf cries for its mother. It cries like a baby. They cry like babies. You can't imagine this massive animal producing that sound, wailing for its mother to come back once it's lost or it can't find her. I mean, we've had rhino calves that have been orphaned that are simply devastated. You want to run away from it. You don't know what to do. We had one that had completely gone blind from the trauma of losing his mother, and this poor creature was just walking in circles for days on end, wailing for his mother to come back.
Poaching in South Africa has become a growing phenomenon and is one of the most seriously organised crimes that have seen a lot of Africa's wildlife under the threat of extinction. This practice is about greed and inhumane, as some animals are left to bleed to death by the poachers after they have cut off their horns. Our wildlife forms part of our heritage, and it is our duty to protect it. Rhino poaching in South Africa has become the biggest problem. In 2010 alone, 333 rhinos have been killed for their horns. 164 of those were killed in one of our biggest tourist attractions, the Kruger National Park. Conservation officials believe the poachers are highly skilled and possibly have military or wildlife training, as well as access to high-tech equipment, and often kill rhinos in a brutal manner.
Rhinos are, I think this is something that people don't understand. Many people don't understand the psychology of a rhino, as it were. Rhinos and horses are genetically related, so that should give you an idea of the kind of temperament that a rhino has. I often say to people, of course, rhinos are much better looking than horses, but for all intents and purposes, they're very similar animals. So they're highly intelligent, very sensitive, very intuitive, and they definitely feel. They're animals that have and can display emotion. So once a rhino calf is born, the cow is pregnant roughly. I'm totally simplifying it now to make it easier for viewers to understand how long this takes. You're looking at about 18 months, an 18-month pregnancy, a year and a half that this mother walks around before the calf is actually born. And then for a further 2 years at least, the calf roams around with its mother. That's the closest bond. So in that sense, they're very much like human babies, very close to the mother, very attached, very protective over the mother and vice versa, and completely dependent. So this calf would want to walk around with its mother for as long as it possibly can. And after that, the cow will either fall pregnant or pregnant again, or she will start to wean the calf off her for a bit. But calves often suckle for up to 2 years. So it's definitely not just an animal that's born and left to its own devices. They're very strong social structures with rhinos, and that's why you would sooner find a rhino calf that has been left orphaned due to poaching that dies of the sheer trauma or loneliness or depression as a result of that incident, than a calf actually dying of hunger or thirst. They're so traumatized by the loss of the mother that many calves simply develop stomach ulcers from depression, and then they die, unless you can provide them with some form of companionship. This is the type of animal that poachers are coming into our country and killing wholesale.
Field rangers have had gun battles with the poachers, but the poachers appear to be one step ahead. This doesn't stop rangers who patrol parks on foot from putting everything on the line to protect the endangered species.
It hurts too much. I even cry. As you see me here, I started working in 1986, defending these animals. All my children go to school because of these animals. If they kill me, it's fine. I made a decision that I will defend these animals with my life.
The circumstances as they are now means that in a few years' time, not a lot, I attended a private rhino owners summit a couple of weeks ago, and there the estimate was made that within 8 years, if poaching stats don't decrease rapidly, rhinos will go extinct completely, apart from the odd one or two captive rhinos in zoos spread all over the world. For all intents and purposes, rhinos in the wild will no longer exist. So if you imagine 5 to 8 years isn't a great deal of time. We don't have a lot of time to save these animals. I don't think people realize how crucial it is for us to do something now. Not to talk about it, not to establish another committee, not to launch another feasibility study, to do something to stop this right now.
Rhinos need your help. The world's remaining rhinos are edging closer to extinction. We do not want to be telling our children about an era where there was an animal that had 3 toes, weighed between 800 and 1,300 kilograms, had excellent hearing, and its sense of smell was better than that of a bloodhound, the rhinoceros.